welcome back to Your Par. Today we have some modern muscle that Dodge says has heritage styling. We also have a guest with a much better beard than mine. AJ, welcome and thanks for being on the show.
Keith, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Tell us a little bit about your car.
All right, so it's a 2017 392 Daytona Charger, 485 horse, 475 foot-pounds of torque.
And what kind of transmission's in this one?
It's got the 8-speed auto. It's not too bad for being as big as she is, but
fair enough. And like always, we're going to walk around the car and show you, the viewer, a couple of things that make this car a 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona. AJ, let's start on the side and show some of those small visual cues that let us know what it is.
All right, so to start, let's start with the wheels. The wheels, you can tell, Daytonas get an upgraded wheel package, 20x9s. They come with 275 tires, front and rear. They also come with 6-piston front Brembos and 4-piston rears.
Okay.
You also have the 392 badging, vinyl badging. Can also tell between 5.7 Daytonas and 6.4 Daytonas, obviously by badging, but also by the wheels. This spoke across the wheel is absent in the 5.7 Daytonas. So.
Okay, and then obviously we have the decal on the rear quarter that says it's a Daytona, and one way to tell it's a 15 or newer is it has the marker light in the fender well instead of on the fender or in the headlight. All right, we're here at the back of the car. AJ is going to show us some of the stuff he did to make the car unique to him, and we're going to go over how to tell exactly what year it is. So go ahead, AJ.
All right, to tell it's a 17 or 15 to 17, either it's a Scat, an SRT, a Hellcat, or a Daytona. You have your bumper. Your bumpers are going to differ from your 5.7s. You have a more aggressive bumper with brake ducts in the rear. Also for the Daytonas, you have hard badges in the rear that come blacked out on either side, and you also have a chrome Dodge emblem here. I have stripped all of those, kind of clean up the rear end. I also have the Lux Auto Concepts tent kit for the inner markers. Just kind of clean that up as well. Also, to know that it's a Daytona over, like, say, a Scat or an SRT, you do have the black vinyl wrapped wing. So,
okay,
subtle things.
And a way to tell that it's a 15 or newer is it'll actually have a clear light in the inside of the trunk panel lighting, and it's missing a third brake light in the center of the trunk. So those are kind of the visual cues to tell you that it's a 15 or newer. Okay, we're up front now. AJ's going to show us some of the things that he's done to make the car unique to him, along with ways to tell that it's a Daytona from 2017. Go ahead, AJ.
All right, so with your Scats, your SRTs, and your Daytonas, again, you can tell by the more aggressive bumper covers. You can also tell the 5.7s from the 6.4s. The grille is different. The 5.7s have a crosshair grille. 6.4s have a little bit more aesthetically pleasing grille. You'll also be able to tell by our badges. We have Daytona badges. You'll see a Scat badge, an SRT badge, possibly a Hellcat badge. We also get the upgraded hood that's got the one heat extractor in the middle. In regular Daytonas, you'll have a flat black vinyl decal that mirrors the hood lines. I've taken that off. I've also added the taser, which lets me access some options from, like, the SRTs. Gives me track mode. Also lets me enables me to use the light show. Kind of cool little feature.
That is pretty cool.
So.
And one of the ways you can always tell the 15 and newer is by the headlight. It's a pretty big change from 14 to 15. They're a little bit narrower, wrap a little further, look a little smoother. Another interesting part about the car is that it has a black vinyl wrap on the top. This was done to pay homage to the 1970 Superbirds. Okay, we have the hood popped on AJ's Charger Daytona. Now, just like in 1969, they offered two engines in this car, the 5.7 liter Hemi or the 392, also known as the 6.4 liter. There's a real easy way to tell the difference if just the hood's popped and say the badges were taken off the car. The 5.7s will have a plastic cover that covers the entire top of the engine. This car with the 392 just has coil covers on it, as you can see. Now AJ, have you done anything to this engine to make it a little bit more you?
The only thing I've done so far is replace the short air intake that comes normally on the 6.4 and 5.7 Daytonas with a leg maker kit that's carbon fiber. It doesn't really help horsepower numbers, but it does help in keeping the engine cool with cooler intake numbers. So that's about it for now though.
Okay, and have you done anything with the exhaust?
I have done the mid-muffler delete. It just kind of really helps sound-wise, you know.
Okay, well, let's fire it up and take a listen. Okay, here we are in AJ's car driving around, and a quick lesson or note on the suspension and chassis of this car. The chassis actually came out in 2006, and because of that, a lot of automotive journalists ding the car. The fact of the matter is, it handles extraordinarily well, and the bits and pieces that could put on that chassis have improved since 2006, whether it's the Brembo brakes, the 8-speed transmission, or just a tighter suspension and all. So, as my dad always said, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and the LX platform certainly isn't broken. So AJ, do you have any plans for future mods on the car?
Yeah, actually, when I put it away for winter, we're going to look into throwing a full air ride setup on this. On Instagram, if you guys follow Brad, MeWowB5, I met him at a Dayton Cars and Coffee and saw his car in person for the first time and absolutely sold me on air ride for these. I'm also looking into doing some long tube headers. I'm going to throw a cam on it and everything else that comes along with the cam, as everybody in the Mopar world knows.
That's kind of a pain. When you do cam, you're committing.
Oh yeah, yeah. And probably just throw like a 100 shot on it, just for kind of why not.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
I get that. So inside the cab, the interior, what Daytona specific parts are on the inside?
So biggest thing with the Daytonas, they do get the special, the stitching. They come with leather and Alcantara suede inserts, and there is just the front badge on the Daytona on the dash. So that's really about it.
Okay, and I mean the seats are pretty comfy. I do kind of like them. And this has the vented seats. Is that option or is that factory standard?
I'm pretty sure it is an option. Heated, cooled seats.
Okay.
And this one does come with the heated steering wheel as well. So.
Okay. And we just jumped on the highway, so let's jump into overdrive and learn a little bit more about you.
Definitely. Let's do it.
So, where's the passion for the brand come from?
2006, Chargers came back out. I absolutely fell in love and always wanted an SRT8. You know, growing up too, my parents were more Chevy. My grandparents were more Ford. So obviously, I do what all kids do, gravitate towards Mopar.
Right, rebelled a bit, right? I get it.
And here we are today. You know, 2010 started with a 300. Absolutely loved that car. It was a blast. Great long trip car. Traded up into a 200. You know, warranty, something newer, better on gas. Well, then we decided gas. You know, who cares about that? So we went for miles per gallon, and here we are. You know, 2017 Charger. Right. Can't beat it.
And what about this car makes you happy?
The bang for the buck. You know, for a mid-40s car, everything else that you put against it, you can't beat it in terms of you know, power, in terms of comfort, drivability. You know, it's a great car for what it is.
Yeah, Chrysler definitely put out an outstanding vehicle with this, and you said at a great price point.
Absolutely.
So, if you had to pick one other car to have, what would that be?
It would definitely be a 69 Daytona. The same Touareg color scheme with the flat
Yeah, that's on my list for
Definitely.
sure.
Definitely.
Then last question is windows up or windows down?
Windows down, definitely. Unless I'm with my wife, then it's windows up. Can't be blowing the hair everywhere.
Same exact thing in my world. So where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram, _tarp_392.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook under Your Par. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below if you want to be on the show. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss your car or your buddy's car. Until next time.